Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome back to another Frugal vlog. Today, we're in the Benchakitti Park. God, I hope I pronounced that right. Crypttrader, one of our subscribers and a long-time watcher all the months that I've been around, recommended that he'd seen somebody in this park and thought it would be a cool spot for me to go and visit. So why not? Yeah, I thought today I would like to go to a place where there's a lot of trees, a lot of green, and a lot of open space, because I have been feeling claustrophobic and in the city, and I have not done enough parks. So today is what we're doing, just to give you guys a perspective of what I get to look at. This is gorgeous. This is not too far from Lumpini Park. Lumpini Park, if I can show you, will be just over that way from where we are. I would say maybe a kilometer and a half walk from where we are right now. So I may walk over there. I may be walking over there just to go up on the blue line so I can get back home. But I tell you, it is so weird to think that this exists inside of a city. This is gorgeous. I'm loving it. Parks in Bangkok have been outstanding. Now, I'm not sure if it's coming across, but there is a slight haze in the air. That is not filters. That is the smog levels. We are running at moderate today, so which is I will take handily over what we've been having. So yeah, today, Tuesday, I'm saying 2 for Tuesday. Don't ask me what the hell's going on in my head. Yeah, so today's Tuesday, and it has been a really nice day, not gonna lie. I got up early this morning. Ooh, there's like a shaded trail, and something just jumped. But I'm gonna stay on this for a little bit, because it looks like it's gonna get into the trees here in a minute. Yeah, so I got up early this morning, went out and had breakfast. Went to a new restaurant that I haven't gone to. Had a lovely meal. I had a crispy pork with crispy pork with holy basil on rice. And it was great. And I had a fried egg on top of that too. Oh, 65 baht. So really good price for what I had. So that actually filled me up. Usually I'll have my breakfast, lunch, and then I'll have like a bowl of oatmeal or something later. And today, didn't feel the need for it. So I'm like, ooh, something filled me up. So, and then I was just home relaxing, chilling out, playing some video games. And I thought, you know what? Let's get out and do a vlog. Let's try to get that going today. So for perspective, that area right over there, that's where Terminal 21 or the Asok terminal is, or Sukhumvit, depending on the line you're taking. And then this is the man-made lake that's around here. But I just love the fact that there's all these big ass buildings kicking around. It is a beautiful skyline from here. It's kind of funny to think that a month and a half ago I was in Canada hovering around 0 degrees, and last summer when I was in Fredericton, 24, 25 degrees centigrade was hot. We got up to 30s a couple times, and I went out, took a couple of walks, and I was just like, I'm gonna die. Here, 31, I'm like, oh, that's a nice cool day to go out for a walk. It is just crazy how things change, your perspective on things. It's just a matter of like, snap, and it's over, you know. I no longer feel that a 30-degree weather is exceptionally hot. So I'm happy. I've gotten acclimatized to it. Makes me happy, to be honest. I really needed to get over myself with the heat, especially here. I found a lovely shaded spot, so we're going to go under. Are you kidding me? There's a half pipe over here. That's kind of funny. Yeah, this definitely looks like a half pipe. Or what used to be one. Wow. Kid growing up in the 80s would have freaked out having this in my local area. Only dreamed about it, heard about it in a few spots. Never had it. I was a street skater. Yeah, I know. Kind of hard to imagine me on a skateboard, but yes, I did. I guess skate punk would have been the term that I was kind of with. I had a mohawk and I was just on skateboards, so skate punk is the thing. But yeah, I was just a street skater. Never really got into tricks, doing ollies and that kind of shit. But mostly, for me, it was just a means of transportation going from point A to point B. Okay, now I want to double check something here. Yeah, there is all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I was thinking it's like, yeah, that's... Okay, I'll show you guys what I'm thinking. There is a street here. And I thought, well, that can't be the other side of the park. It's not. It goes way past this. I have no intentions of wandering around the street part of it yet. I'm going to go and enjoy some shade. It has been it's been a long walk today. I've been busy. There's a couple different routes that I take when I go to take my adventures. One of them is I'll wander over to the Seacon Square, and that takes me over to the yellow line. That's 25-minute walk. And I do it all the time, so I'm very familiar with it. It's very comfortable doing it, and I like it. The walk that I took today, I walk to the green line, or the Sukhumvit line, and that takes just over an hour. So like I was saying, it was 31. Let me see, is it still 31? Wow, did it cool off? Can't be. 33, okay. Okay, so it's 33, and I'm still comfortable wandering on outside. Proud of me. Yay. I'm hearing music coming from over there, which I'll probably stay clear of. But yeah, the walk I took today, just over an hour, went to the green line, and from there it's 50 baht to hop over and get to the Asuk station. I figured I'd try to save a couple bucks. I needed the walk, I needed the exercise. After last week not getting out and not exercising enough, and today being a moderate day, I thought, I can afford to put in the steps, and I'm very glad I did. This is kind of neat. I stepped on a leaf, if you're wondering what that sound was. Oh, this is cool. I don't know what that is, but it's beautiful. I wonder what is at the top of those buildings. I don't know if you can, how well it's coming through. Let's see if we can zoom in. I figured out how to do it. So yeah, at the top of those buildings, all four that I can see there's like a circular spot. I don't know what the intention is of that, but that's kind of neat. I think of UFOs or giant braziers, flames going off. I'm not going to get in the water and play. As much as that looks amazing. Growing up in Florida, you learn not to trust water that comes from the ground. When I was a kid, growing up in Canada, we used to vacation to Florida every Christmas. And we used to go down to Sanibel Island. And Sanibel's off the west coast of Florida. Beautiful island. Kind of come over on a causeway, you're kind of stuck there. Back then you had like tickets that you would use to get on and off the island to go to Fort Myers. But most of the things that we needed or wanted were well taken care of on the island. So we didn't wander off very often. And typically it was just my immediate family, mom, dad, sister, myself. Over the years, grandparents would come down with us too. And we would usually rent the same unit all the time. And I really enjoyed it. As a kid growing up from Canada, Christmas in Florida was a very neat experience. So, which is weird, having just spent Christmas in Bangkok, I had a similar feeling to that. Just, you know, nice hot weather, you know, things were different. And, you know, I wasn't freezing my bippy off. But anyway, getting back to the water story, there is a point to this, promise you. We'd have the same unit each year. And I think it was owned by people, kind of like a timeshare. I'm not sure. I can't be 100% sure. But the people that owned it decorated it, and it was typical Florida decorations in the 70s, which is, you know, bright colors and bamboo and just weird Florida furnishings back then. It was odd. And if you guys are curious, I'm on an elevated pathway that is going over the park. I was hoping that this was the spot. I had heard about this and I wanted to see it. Give you guys a view. This is gorgeous. And this is gonna get hot. So my grandparents started to come, and one year my grandmother went out for a walk, and I don't know if she went for a walk or went to go drop off the garbage, something, but she wasn't coming back. She got lost. And what would happen is at night the sprinklers would turn on, and the water in Sanibel, like the groundwater, had a real nasty sulfur egg fart kind of smell. And so my grandmother got stuck in this. So it was just like, she thought it was raining at first. Just it was a fiasco. But yeah, anytime I smell that sulfury kind of smell, I immediately go back to being a kid, going to Sanibel Island and having Christmas in Florida. Ooh, I need to get off of this spot. This is gorgeous though. Can you see behind me? I mean, just look at this. Again, middle of a city. I'm glad I brought water with me today. Now I think there's a quick little venue I can pop off over here. But yeah, it was fun being the kid in Canada that got to go to Sanibel and go to Florida for Christmas, because we would take the month of December off. Well, usually there was like the, you know, you had like 10 days off anyway, so we weren't missing a ton of school. But normally we'd drive down from Canada, and that was always the fun part too, because we'd drive through that transition, like, you know, back then, winter in December was a thing. I remember driving through and seeing snow and cold, and then getting further and further south, and then we were kids, right? So we would say, you know, as soon as we're crossing into Florida, that there'd be palm trees, right? There weren't. Northern Florida did not have the palm trees. They had some at the border crossings. So when you go from Georgia border into Florida, they would have like this welcome center, and there would be a couple palm trees there, and you get a free cup of orange juice. And then when we were younger, it was fresh squeezed. And then as the years progressed, it became concentrated crap, and then they stopped giving it out altogether. Which is probably for the best, because if it's not fresh squeezed orange juice, it wasn't worth it. The fresh squeezed orange juice here is wild. I haven't shown you guys that yet. It is a bright orange. Like it's almost like a neon color. It does not look natural, but it's the color of the orange juice here. And I've watched them make it, and it comes out that color, and it is good. Their oranges here are phenomenal. All the food. I've had very little experience with food here that I was not enamored by. Oh, I'm seeing way off of this thing now. I saw all these trees thinking, oh, we're going to be wandering around in trees for a while, not realizing that I was going to be going onto a path that elevated me and stuck me closer to the sun. not fun. Oh my God. I'm feeling it. Right now I'm feeling the heat. So 33, sun beating on you. When I take my walks, I usually walk on either side of the street so that one side is, shaded, the other side isn't. And I'll walk on the shaded side and you'll get like a few seconds of burst. Like you go between buildings and you get a burst of hot air, of sunlight. I call it hot air because I'm full of it. Okay, I have gone kitty corner. I don't want to walk through the water because I just got done telling you my story, and my camera's not waterproof, so I don't want to really deal with that. And my camera is getting really hot too. It can handle, I think, up to 40 degrees, so it's getting a workout in Thailand for sure. And I'm loving the camera. It has done an outstanding job for me. I'm glad I did this. Even though it's exceptionally hot, I like this. I may not record these, but I'm going to try to do a park walk every couple of days. I think just for my own mental health, I need to get back in touch with nature. But if you were paying attention to my channel back when I was in Canada, I used to go for walks all the time in a place called Odell Park. It's a nature park, natural trails, groomed a little bit, but it's old growth in New Brunswick. And it just feels like you're in a rainforest, like it just feels primordial. And that's my happy spot. And it has been my happy spot for a couple of years in Canada. And so I need to find my happy place here. And I think these parks are it. I'm okay with this. It's gorgeous. Like, this was a beautiful walk today. And there's a little bit of a breeze, and with the water and the trees, I'm not smelling the city. I'm just smelling, this place. And I think it's kind of what I needed, not gonna lie. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get out of here. There's a gate that was over there and I don't see it. But that's for me to find out. And I'm going to go wander. Might go over to Lumpini Park. We'll see how I feel. I will say this. There is a thing that I'm going to be trying to do with the shorts. I have an Insta360 camera. And so it does all these 360 degree shots. And I really have a lot of fun with it. But the app that you use, there's one that I use on the PC, and it's lovely. I can control everything, and I can, put all my key points and move the camera around, and it's fun to play with. Every now and again, I will use the app, and I'll just say, hey, just, here's a clip, have fun with it, and do your thing. And the app does a decent job, and I've had fun with it. But when they came out with the Ace Pro, there was an AI generative thing that they were able to do. I had a short come out a couple of days ago where I kind of turned into a bit of a cartoon in the middle of it. That effect was only available for the footage from the Ace and the Ace Pro. Well, they just updated the app to allow for it on a bunch of their older cameras. So I got really excited for it, but they haven't updated the Android app yet. They only updated the iOS. And I do have an iPhone SE that I brought with me. I use it to communicate with some family and friends through iMessage, because that works off of Wi-Fi. I don't need to have a SIM card in it. So I just want to have multiple venues or avenues to communicate with folks. So, again, I'm not a huge fan of the Apple ecosystem. I bought the phone last year for work because we had, Apple software as well as Android for an app that we were using. So I thought, yeah, whatever. A couple $100, invest in myself and for the work. And it's been a decent phone for what it does. My Pixel died I had a problem with it. I had to send it back to Google to get serviced, and you know, I didn't have a phone for a month, so I used the Apple phone. So it works fine, but I have problems getting things off of it. So I was able to this time, but that was a fluke. So I'm like, I don't even know how I did it. But I'm waiting for the Android app to get updated, and then I will be doing a bunch of, I've got a concept and an idea of a few little shorts that I can do that I want to have fun with. So like I said, once that comes out, expect a few more of those things. Creative mind is always a fun thing. Oh, but anyway, I rambled enough. I really want to thank everybody for the support. Again, you guys are outstanding. Comments have been lovely. You guys have put up with a bit of shit over the last week. I apologize again, even though people keep telling me I shouldn't apologize. I feel like I need to. But anyway, I'm out. I will see you guys very soon in our next one. Don't know when it's coming, so we're working on it. It's a work in progress. But anyway, I will see you guys in our next one. If you are new to the channel, please comment, like, share, subscribe. Typical bullshit we have to tell you. There'll be a link over here to another video if you're so interested, if you've lasted this long. Anyway, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.